The U.S. Department of State is partnering with the India Semiconductor Mission of the Union Electronics and IT Ministry to explore opportunities for growing and diversifying the global semiconductor ecosystem under the International Technology Security and Innovation Fund created by the CHIPS Act of 2022. This partnership aims to create more resilient, secure and sustainable global semiconductor value chain. The initial phase includes a comprehensive assessment of India's existing semiconductor ecosystem and regulatory framework, as well as workforce and infrastructure needs. In August 2022, US President Joe Biden signed the CHIPS Act, a US law that allocated new funding to boost domestic manufacturing and research of semiconductors in the United States. Speaking at the event, US Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Trade Policy and Negotiations, J. Robert Garwick, from the Bureau of Economic and Business Affairs, said the Department of State is partnering with the Government of India to explore opportunities to grow and diversify the global semiconductor ecosystem under the International Technology Security and Innovation Fund.
We're here today to talk about semiconductors, of course, and it's been really important, I think, to point out that the significance of these chips, which really are the lifeblood of our modern world. It turns out that they're powering everything from the cars we drive to the medical devices that save lives. So we found out, in fact, our dependence on this critical technology, the level of that dependence and how critical it is during the pandemic, when we saw some supply chain disruptions that affected a lot of our industry. And we learned it during that time that in one part of the semiconductor supply chain, if there's a disruption, it can have an effect, a ripple effect, and have an impact on the entire ecosystem. So we've also learned during this time and in the aftermath that if we work together, we can diversify and build resiliency across all aspects of our semiconductor supply chain, and then we can improve the economic security for all of us. So this is why I'm thrilled to be here today and have the opportunity to announce that the Department of State is partnering with the government of India to explore opportunities to grow and diversify the global semiconductor ecosystem. We'll do so under the International Technology Security and Innovation Fund, which we call ITSE. As you mentioned, President Biden signed the CHIPS Act in the United States just 2 years ago, and we established in parallel this ITSE fund to promote the development of a secure global semiconductor supply chain and telecommunications networks. In the initial phase, India will work with partners towards a comprehensive review of its existing semiconductor ecosystem, focusing on assembly, testing, and packaging, or what we call ATP. So this area is an essential part of the supply chain. And with international organizations and steered here by the India Semiconductor Mission, this review will examine India's regulatory framework, its workforce, and infrastructure needs. The insights gained from this review will serve as the basis for potential future joint initiatives to strengthen and grow this critical sector. The United States and India are key partners in ensuring that the global semiconductor supply chain keeps pace with the global digital transformation currently underway. Our collaboration underscores the potential to expand India's semiconductor industry to the benefit of both nations and to much of the rest of the world. Our global partnership will extend beyond mere supply chain logistics. It's really about aligning technological ambitions with shared democratic values and ensuring that the benefits of the digital transformation are widely and equitably shared. So once again, I extend a sincere thanks to all of you as our hosts, and I appreciate the warm hospitality that you've given us, and I look forward to the commitment